So I really wanted to do a fieldwork and network vlog. Here it is. Enjoy! Hey there, welcome back to Yarn Ranger. I'm Arpita, and this project vlog is going to be a combination of doing fieldwork on my first recce in the Central Indian Highlands and knitting my first ever sock, which is a test for Meredith, aka the Leafhopper. My flight to Jabalpur is tomorrow, and I'm just finishing up my first sock. Check Your Boots is a top-down socks with a heel and gusset with scorpions or spider color work and a corrugated rib. I'm knitting the fifth size, or the one with 72 stitches, using 2.5 millimeters asymmetrical needles from Knit Pro. I'm brand new to knitting socks, so this is a little ambitious, but my overzealous attitude will definitely carry me through this. I have no doubt. Moving on to the yarn, I ordered Symphony Yarn's Terra from Yarn Addict's website. It's a soft weight yarn with 75% superwash merino and 25% nylon. I chose the colors Delhi Blue and Jasmine. I will have to keep this project in my checked luggage and only cast on my second sock on the car ride to the field site. Also, a general disclaimer to the Central Indian Highlands. This is a much drier region, but the monsoon painted completely lush green. So it's still going to be warm and humid, but not warm, humid, and dry. Today is the 8th of September and it's around just before 11 p.m. in the night. Despite casting this on just before my flight and getting a little bit of knitting done on this, well, I got the pearl rows done and just started on the ribbing section. I didn't get a lot of things done because the ride here was a little hectic and I was also really busy looking at the landscape, so didn't really get anything done. I got a couple cat naps in. Sorry, there's a lot of noise outside because of Ganesh Chaturthi, this Visarjan going on, and it's very loud. I sort of fell asleep, but I just finished doing the ribbing. I'm gonna call it a day here and let's see how much I get done tomorrow. It's the morning and I got a little bit of knitting, well, more than I expected to get done in the morning. So I have half of the scarpies. They're really cute. I might take this along with me, I don't know, because there's very little color work left and it's easy to remember, so I'm probably gonna carry this with me. Let's see. I will be back today evening or later in the night. I don't know how today's going to be because you're going to go to a lot of farmers, meet them, see what they're doing, try to understand their work. So it's quite exciting. Let's see. I had a really nice field day and I came back. I had to watch a couple of things, so I was watching that and just managed to finish the colorwork section, and we had the second set of scorpions on here. I decided to do the right facing and left facing scorpions on each of the socks so that it's kind of cute. Initially I was contemplating doing one right, one left, one right, one left, but then I decided just to do two different ones, so both of the scorpions on my sock when I wear it are going to either face away or towards each other, and that is pretty cute. I now have to continue knitting the body until body or the calf section of the sock in plain stockinette and only the main color, which is the Delhi blue in my case, and I'm going to do that and come back once this is done. This is the next day and I've managed to start knitting on the heel. And this time I just decided to use a longer set of regular cable needles so that I don't end up with those weird ridges when I'm knitting with the shorter part of my asymmetrical needles. This is my first time using sock needles, so well, first project that I'm using them for, so I'm not very confident about my skills on a asymmetrical needle just yet, but these longer needles are working perfectly well and I'm much more comfortable, and there are no ridges, the weird ones that formed before. I don't know if you can see them, but I don't think there are any on this yet, but this is how they looked.
Straggler in these parts of the country. Like it prefers wetter conditions, more south in its habitat.
अरे अब तो हाथ के पावर टिलर आ गए छोटी छोटी, मतलब मैं खुद ही लाया वो
This demarcates forest.
Forest boundaries. I think forest is from here on out. And I just finished the heel on this second sock. I do see that my tension has improved much better. This is not very clear, but there's one single half ridge, the 3/4 ridge in between. But which, while it will get blocked, I'm happy because this happened in the round where I was using the smaller needles just to see how that works, but that's okay, you do and you learn. So yeah, I am now going to get started on the next part, which is the gusset. So yep, I will be doing that and then checking in back. Oh, by the way, we went to the Kanha safari today, so while I get back, here's some clips for you to enjoy.
आइडिया है अगले टाइगर रात को उनके समय हम देखते हैं। वो बॉम्ब बैग्स एंड ऑल राइट।
There was one near the place we stopped. Do not plan. So many circles. Around 13 past.
there's one more.
So this was my last day on field and I'm just so tired. This has been a very chaotic field work season for me because of all the rain and just a lot of dynamics of things to do, things to figure out, and it's a new place, so it's going to take a couple of, at least one recce session to completely have things sorted out. But it has been a very happening field week for me, and this is how much of knitting progress I've had. This is all right. And in terms of things I did today, I went to a lot of restoration sites. It was pouring rain, but I got a lot of work done. It was a very productive day, and we ended the day with a very nice walk by the river and went to the small craft come produce shop, and I got some dried wood apple which I've never had before, and that tasted really nice. So I'm just going to take back some home. I do wish I had time to go to the. There was this particular vegetable market that I wanted to go and I could not go. But if I do end up having some time tomorrow, I might end up doing that. So, yeah, that's still a possibility. This is the status on my second sock. The heel looks much better than the first one, and I just started knitting the generic foot for this. There were two options. So the first was to knit a foot for the high arch, which has some decreases, and the generic or the regular foot is just without decreases until you reach the bottom of your smallest toe. What I decided is the last time when I was doing this, I put a small marker in here so that I know where I'm starting and where I'm ending, and the number is 52 rows. So I'm just going to knit the 52 rows in stockinette without thinking about it and measuring maybe once in a while. So that should be good. In terms of decreases and the gusset section, I do like this better because I think the pickup is slightly better or improved. I will not know until I wear it for sure, but it does look a little better to me. It's a little late in the night and I'm whispering, but yeah, I finished about 32 rows. I have to do a total of 52 or something, so 20 more to go. Yeah, it's looking nice. I think 1 or 2 days more and I'll be done with this. So it's the next day. Well, it has been for a while, and it's the 15th of September, just for context. I just finished working on the toe. I'm doing the white toe box version. Sorry, my camera just died off and I lost track of what I was saying. Anyways, I'm doing the Kitchener stitch to bind it off. I followed this tutorial on YouTube. I will insert the link below, but what essentially it suggests is a Kitchener stitch for the sock toe box without dog ears in the corners, and it was very easy for me to follow on the first sock, and I now know how to do a Kitchener stitch without having to refer to a video, which is super cool. So I remember the knit off, purl on for my front needle and purl off, knit on for the back needle. But bear with me as I try to demonstrate this. So you go into the front needle with the knit wise stitch and take it off the needle, then purl on and keep the stitch on, my bad. You do this, and then for the back needle you purl the stitch. You um, you insert the uh, you insert the needle purlwise and take the stitch off the needle. Then insert the needle into the second stitch on the back needle knitwise and keep it on. So first, also just pull this very mildly so that the front of the toe box does not bunch up and it stays fine. I just have a few more stitches to finish, 7 more to go, and I'm going to finish this and have a nice pair of socks ready in a jiffy. I hope this video is clear. My um, check your boot socks are finally ready and I love how this has worked out. It's comfy, it fits more or less decent. I do have to agree that there is some loose material over here and some slight looseness in this section just over here by the foot, and I'm not sure what the reason is. The stitch definition is pretty nice. I think because this is my first sock, there are a few issues. The main one being those weird lines over here, the horizontal ones, not very noticeable, and this part is going to be in my boots or shoes, so again, not a big concern. The toe box is slightly holy, a little bit, not too much. I think it'll be fine once it's washed. This is not washed at the moment that I'm wearing it. The third thing is that I have knit the length of the foot or the body of the foot slightly longer, which I should not have done, and I only recognized this much later. That is after finishing the first sock, so it was already too late, but I decided to just keep going on because these are more or less going to be socks I'm going to wear with my sports shoes just for work or something. Or where else will I wear these? Not really sure. I need to see how these will wear, so once it's all blocked I am going to wear it for a whole day and see how that goes. I really hope you all enjoyed this as much as I did making it. Until next time, bye bye.